Hi, welcome to the channel. So today we are going to create a chatbot, a simple chatbot which is going to use front end, React and back end. Mhm. We are not going to use back end for now. For simple purposes, we are going to call APIs and retrieve the data from back end. So yeah, that's it. So for that, we need to create a React app. This is like we are creating for the front end heavy project, front end heavy, not it's simple project, so that we can understand the concepts very well. And then, yeah, we're going to use React, JavaScript. Yes, we're going to install npm packages. So we name this app as a V project. Uh, so it contains src folder, app.jsx. Actually, we don't need this whole code. So we're gonna remove this thing and then we'll add our code. First of all, I want to make it simple so that I'm gonna comment out these all things, and if we think it's necessary, then we can recomment it. So app.jsx also we don't want, so I'm commenting it out. Now we have this section. So I'm using the div container and then a input. So yeah, for this, uh, you need to have a basic React knowledge and somewhat JavaScript. That's enough. So it's input, and what is necessary? We need a button, and the button should be like a icon. But for now, I'm keeping it like your message. Send message. Simply we can write send message. So our intention is to. It's not like it input. It's a void element, right? Mm. So yeah, we are now it's live on our local host. So we're going to open this in Chrome application. So yeah, for now we made it like this. I did not show the React application which is made by default, but yeah, this is what it looks. For now we are going to place this over here and the button over here, and when we click this, right now I'm going to add that over there. For now, we're not going to go for the modern CSS and all. So I'm now making it with simple CSS. So I'm keeping it a main container. So main container, I'm going to keep it with. I'm going to add it with the div container, and then so height is like 100. Give height. Save, and now I'm going to add it to the container element. So it's the container element. So class name is going to be this main container. We can remove these empty fragments. So yeah, right now it's 100 ah. So what we're going to do is now background color we want to keep it for now. it's black and the color should be white. So yeah, this is what it looks for now. Why these white edges, right? We need to inspect. Yeah, let's check what it is. So I'm gonna keep index.js as for div containers, margin view widths. So yeah, I'm going to add height as 100%. The width of the container is like 100%. So it's looking like this now. We're going to make it a 100 VH. So yeah, right now it's looking like this, right? So our intention is to make these two elements over here, right? So yeah, let's keep them in a container. So yeah, it's like a message input container. So you need to be specific with the names so that you don't get confused while app is growing big, right? So here we will make display as a flex in the flux direction like row. It's by default is row, right? Uh, so when we can add this routing, nothing, no issues. Um, so flux direction row, align items, center, align item center, flux direction row, align item centers, and then I need to search for the display elements, flux, CSS tag. Yeah, justify content, right? Justify content is the thing. You need to add justify content center. Align item should be uh, end. So I'm gonna tell you what it is. So right now it's here, right? So it came here. The main container, it should be like so. Justify content center align item. The content center should come here, right? Then it need to come here. Yeah, we need to keep these things over here. I'm keeping it in a wrong container. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you what uh, I'm going to keep it at the end and margin bottom then px. So yeah, no, I'm not gonna do this. So what this justify content do is justify content is gonna move on x-axis. So we keep justify content as center so that it came here, and ln item is what like it works on y-axis. So it came over here ln item at the end. So we made it container as a flux container by describing display flux, flux direction, row, justify content center, items. So yeah, we made it over here. So message container is like this. So we're gonna decorate some input item. So we are going to keep one input element. So I'm keeping it as an input name. So I'm gonna get would be like 500 px. Let's make this over this center, right? So yeah, it's so height should be somewhat uh, 20 px. Yeah, so yeah, this is it. We are going to create more for this. Yeah, this is what it looks. We are going to give color for this. Background color will be like green. Green in green we're going to use like olive. Is it's looking terrible, right? Not olive, green, light green, light blue is a green. It's looking somewhat like thin, right? Well, now we're going to add a border radius for this. Border radius 10 px. Yeah, let's see. It looks so. My border width, I want to keep it as a 0. So yeah, this is what it is. So I'm gonna make this button as a circular thing. So we're gonna add some CS. So right now I'm going for the normal CSS because send I'm gonna give an button. So yeah, what I'm saying is right now I'm going for normal CSS because we want to focus more on content rather than using the tailwind and so send button should be like height 30 px and width should be like 30 px. Width should be like same, but I'm broad radius gonna be like 50%. So the weight is 50% so it can become like a what is make it look like this, right? 20 px. It is looking somewhat like a button, right? So pointer should like cursor, sorry, cursor should be pointer, right? So it's gonna give effect like this here. So for this, I'm gonna add a text color like light blue. It's not looking good here. Make it like black. It's all black, I think. Background color should be mm, green. And I want to make some gap in between them. So margin left is going to be 10 px. Not 10 px. It's like 5 is. So we have created this. So I'm gonna add a placeholder here. Right, research. Yeah, some buttons input. I'm gonna give padding. Padding creates a gap between the text. Mm, it's too huge, but it's looking good. So for button, I'm going to give a little bit height for button. So yeah, in some little bit it will be like 40. Let's see what will happen with this. Gonna add some width under. No, it's not looking good, right? Let's keep it like this one. Let's don't focus more seriousness thing. So we got this, got a button. Right now we're going to make a framing content. For that, so we're going to add two containers. One is user container. In this, the messages which user sent, those are gonna appear only. So I want to make the paragraph your or messages, your messages. Let's see how it looks. So it's API reply messages. So I created two folders. So these are gonna appear here and here. So yeah, let's build. So I'm going to add this new container. This this block gonna. So right now I'm going to be little bit you will be confused with this, but let me clarify this thing for you after what I'm doing. So this is messages block container. Messages block container. So they appears it like this right now. It's two containers, right? Right now we made it like a main container, then messages container, and then input container. So right now what we'll make is main container. We'll go near to the main container and we'll make some things. We'll make it as a column. So right now it will look like this. So Mhm. So your message is gonna appear here. So you should be capitalizing. So this is what it looks. The basic step you can say. So at last we are gonna fix this over here, and this thing will scroll. These messages will scroll over here and there, right? So this is a block you can see. We created two containers for them. So what I'm gonna do is I will make so this is the container shown and you are seeing here the container. I'm gonna make this as a width over full width message block container. So user container. Let's copy this. We paste it over here. So width gonna be like 100 VW. So display flux direction, row, justify, justify, content, and align items to center. So why it is taking for the right? Let's see what's happening there. So on it for the user container, so we have added the same right. So here API container, API reply container. It's user message container. So we're gonna replace this with user message container and this is the API container. So yeah, we'll add it over here. API user message container. So it's gonna be width is like 100 VW. So you can see over 100 VW and display gonna be like flux direction row difference content. Justify content should be like start right. Also align items later. No need to give align items because it's a single. So this is what it looks. So yeah. So now what we are going to do is these two are there in a parent container, right? We are going to minimize the width of the container so that it can be fit over here. So what's the name of the container? Hmm, message block container, right? I think I copied this. Controller message block container. So in this right now I'm gonna add a width. Width is like 500 px. Let's see what is happening. So app API is visible, but what about the message thing? It's went out of the way. I think but the text should look in this right. This came here, so yeah. Let's see. User message container. Now we're going to remove this. Now we are going to remove this thing. To oh, right, I'm not. Don't wanna make it like this. So it's looking like this, right? So this is developer tools. Mm, we'll get with a Chrome browser. You can navigate all the things on like this. So wait for like 2 seconds. I will come. So yeah, I'm back. So uh, this is what we have right now. I want to create cards like structure for this. So this is gonna be one card. This is gonna be one card, and they will appear like a cards for now. Our main target is to make them like a card. So I'm gonna add background color for that. Background color will be like it's a good color to make background best colors for cards. Colors for cards in website. Let's see some images. I think this color is good, right? So I'm gonna add this color code. What is this? Hashtag 17252. Yeah, hashtag 17252. Hashtag 17252. Yeah, yeah. So we have added a color for that. So it looks like this. So we're going to add the same color to the API reply container. So we are outputting like this. So we're going to create a gap. So margin top is going to be 5px. This gap is enough. Border radius is like 2px. No, it's going to be more like 10px. not applying, huh? But so border top left radius and the border top right radius. No, it's gonna be border bottom, right? So it's gonna look like this, a chart kind of structure. And we're gonna fix the width of this. So we're gonna add same thing over here and make right here is left. So it's the reverse of the thing, right? So it will look like this. Otherwise, we're gonna make them for left only. So this will look like this. So yeah, right now I will make width as a limited thing for this. Width is like 500 px, little small, 200. So yeah, little like 300, right? 300 will be good enough for the width. So this is 300. Same thing, I'm going to do for gateway reply container 300. Border bottom left, so yeah, this is what it's gonna look. So right now I will make this thing over here, this thing over here. Right now I'm gonna check width of the parent container. What is this container? Message block container. So we are going to make a width for message block container, right? There is no message block container here. So its width is 500 px. gonna make it like 600 or like 7, 8. So good, right? So this is good. So I'm gonna keep a margin base for this little bit. AP container. Margin bottom should be 5x. So now you're gonna see some spaces in between. No? So you got two cards for the messages. One is for the user message, one is for the API replies. And right now, I'm gonna add some display fluxing thing for like user message container and the API reply container. So that one should go at this end and one should go at this end. For that, we need to make a container for these two things. Yeah, because we are going to make a flux box, right? Otherwise, no, we need to create a container. And we should add this thing, the container. Mm, no, the class name should be like user message parent container. So why it's parent container? Because in this it is gonna this is gonna be the display container, flux container, right? So let's see. You will know. So display is going to flux direction should be flow 55 content should be end right, not the center. And so this is gonna look like this. And we can keep it like this can, for, for our study, for our what we are for little structured process we are gonna apply for the API reply thing too, because it's gonna we can it's gonna make the read code in a good way. We can keep a structure. So this is API reply main container. So a lot of containers I'm using. So this is first time making tutorial. So I think we can make it with the text elements too. But for the first time making video, so I'm not going to think for logic and all. Uh, Logic means in the sense right now our priority is like getting messages from the APIs. That's what our main motto. So just the content should be at the start, right? So yeah, this is gonna look like this. Need to automate the thing, and the text should be in a center, right? text should be start. So text align okay, start. Text element should be start. It's not applying the I don't want to it and it should come like this, right? So I think we need to add it for like paragraph element. So paragraph tag we have given. So we need to use message text will be the name of the oh, the width of this element should be for like 100%. PW is not gonna happen, right? Because we are asking for view height. Oh, it happened, but the thing is showing us. I think we need to make it like a percentage. So yeah, right now it's good, and it's also good. Oh, user text or message text. So yeah, we're going to add this over here. Oh, I'm not copied thing. So yeah, we're going to copy like API reply text. So yeah, this, so this is what this is how it looks. So it's the base UI. This is user message and this is API message. So right now we're going to create. I think for this API message we are going to give some margin below this. Margin bottom should be like 20. It should look good, right? Yeah. And then I'm gonna give some padding for these things. Padding 10 px. Is this enough? No, it should be 5, right? It's like looking so big. So right now we have created a thing, right? It's a message. So message is going to be like input what we write, uh, um, something ABC. It's gonna, if I click send button, it's gonna appear over here. So yeah, we're going to make it like so. It's going to be little high level for like beginner. Uh, if you compare to beginners, so yeah, for beginners, I want to say one thing is right now we have created this thing. It's the main container of the project. So we have divided like containers. So these two buttons are created inside a container, and this is one container which you can't see. In that container, we have placed two messages like structure, like this of cards. You can see. Right now, also with the inspect method, you can see what's happening over there. So yeah, this is what it looks like, and we use some display containers like flexbox contain elements, tags, whatever you can say. With that, we have moved this tag card to this side and this card to this side, and we made these two containers in the center of this box here. So let me show it is happening here. So it's the main container. See here, it's showing main container, and then if we place it over this, so here you can see it's um, so you can see this user message parent container, right? So this is the container in which we have given this. So this is the container. So you can see over here. So this is the container which is holding these two blocks of cards, and then coming to the main container. It's main container, it's main container, right? And then after that, we kept the container for these two things. This one container and this one container. Let's see that user message container. Don't see in the console like developer tools. See it inside the UI part. You can visualize it. So this is one container. You can see overall there it's selected. So yeah, we made it display flux and we have aligned it into the center. So it is looking like this. And in a row wise also we have kept it over center. So it's good looking somewhat like a base UI charting kind of thing, chatbot kind of thing, right? So now this is uh, this is the basic like UI part. Right now we are moving for editing stuff. So we'll interact with these buttons and all. So right now I'm gonna add a function for the button on click event. And now I'm going to add on click in for the button. So what is it doing is, so I'm gonna use a use state. We're gonna use some states over here. So use state contains two elements. One is function and one is a variable and one is a function. So variable means like user input text, right? And then a function to edit the things. Uh, like we can update state and all with this function. So set user input text. So it is a function. So I'm going to use state for this. So use state is imported from React. So it's inbuilt one. So for now we're keeping it as empty element, empty variable. So it's saying key you have empty on click. For now I'm removing it. So we have created a state. So from here, what we can do is, so right now, I'm gonna create another state. Const user user message. Let's set user message. So this is everything. So I'm gonna use state for this. And it's like empty object. We're gonna set this variable with the empty object, or otherwise we can keep some things in this object, like message going to be empty. Then, so yeah, that's it. We're keeping message in the element, the object with the message. So yeah, so I'm gonna write a function on click send button. So this is the arrow function in JavaScript I'm using. So it's like a function, but in a shortcut way, where we can declare the function as like this. So these are some advantages uh, and some disadvantages, and there should be uh, other things like function declarations and all, and variable function declarations and all. We're gonna see in the other videos. So on click send button. So on click send button, what it is going to do is, it is add it over here, add it in this tag. So on click, so I'm gonna add the function of the on click, send back. So this function will got trigger. So let's see it's working or not. It should print over here. So it's working right. I got printed in the console. So yeah, it's working. So right now, what I'm gonna do is, so this is going to send an event. If we are making on click on a button, it's going to send an event. So let's see it is working or not. Event. I don't think. Yeah, it's like we have no on click event. Event got triggered, right? So we're gonna add a change for the thing, and we'll keep it as on change input value entity one function. We're gonna add above this thing. So yeah, it's gonna send an event. Forgot about this event. We are not gonna use this thing because input is going to track the changes in the events. Console.log. Let's see that event target dot value. So you can now see what's happening over. So if I write H, it's gonna print out. So it's tracking every event, right? If I'm entering space button, then it is, see, for every event it is tracking the string, right? So yeah, let's see. um, event. So what we are going to do is, so the input we are taking it as a username, right? So user message, sorry. So we're gonna call set user message, and set message we have previous value as an object which is empty, so I'm using this as a function. So in that function we're going to add this user message, going to be prevalue dot. So we're going to replace the previous value with the present value, right? Previous value is going to be replaced present. So yeah, we are doing some mistake here. Right now I'll check it. I'll check and come. So message value is going to be replaced with the so previous value will be replaced with message is this target value, right? So right now we'll use pre previous value insert message. So yeah, mm, so we'll check that one there for now. We'll keep a value for this. Value should be user message. And name should be user message. So yeah, for now user set user input text. So we are going to set some input text over there. So the text should be first of all it's empty, so it should be event dot target dot value. So console dot log user text input. Let's see what's gonna happen, right? Oh, failed. Message value is not defined. So yeah, and right now we are going to remove this one. These two things. We don't need this one now. Right now, I'm saying hi. It's printing hi. So I think this thing is working, the state function is working, right? So it's setting a user input text value in there. So on click is going to send the user value. So yeah, let me clarify this thing once. So what we have did is on change input value, on change input value with this set function, we have created event dot target dot value. So it's the changing values are stored inside this and it is assigned to the. So yeah, got a message. So got a message in the mobile. So yeah, took a. So yeah, right now we have this thing, use state of message. So what we're going to do is we're going to assign the text over this message. For that, on click insert user message of. So there is a previous value, right? Previous value is empty for that, and the thing we are going to place the user message with. We're going to replace the thing with message of. So yeah, we are gonna destructure the objects from the pre-value and then. So it's not a list, right? We don't need to keep the previous values. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is we can remove this thing. If it's a list or we need to take persistent values, then we need to care for the previous value. So yeah, I will clarify that. The set user message is a use state in which message is there. So right now we are creating the uh, setting the message with what we got user input text value, what, right? So yeah, this is the thing. So now we can console.log user message. So let's see what's happening over there. So I am texting like hi, send message. So it's got empty value, right? So let's see what's happening. So there is delay in that, right? So we can make it like a async function for this. We can make it a wait for the thing to happen. Now we check. So now also it's getting. So I need to wait for this thing to. This is not a synchronous function, but yeah, we'll take a look over it. Just experimenting the things, guys. So yeah, it's making the same move. So yeah, let's ignore it for now. So I've added a wait function, but it's empty, right? So what I'm going to do is create this as a sync function and wait thing. Now see what will happen. I so yeah, it's like a promises concept, like a synchronous functions and all. We're gonna discuss on that for later. Right now I'm removing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a user function over here so that every time we will change the input or something like that, they need to trigger something. So use input should contain a function. It should be empty or not. It can be empty, right? And it should contain dependency values. So the dependency values are I'm going to give user input so that every time we change the input value, so the state trigger. And right now I'm giving two things for user message two. I don't need to. I'm gonna eliminate. Let's see what's happening over there. So I'm just printing these two statements over there. Let's see what's on happen. So I got printed, but the message is empty. So I'm gonna console it over here. Console.log user message. So let's see. I is the term. So yeah, you can see here I got printed in a messages. So it's taking some delay to enter. Okay. After clicking the button, it is triggering this event, right? On click event. On click event is triggering. Go. State is updating. Then it's going to next function. So it is not showing the effect, but in real, it's doing it like this. So yeah, I will make it clear in the next video. But it's the thing. So yeah, let's move this thing for now. Or keep it. So we got things, we set the message value, and we are tracking things. So right now we are going to replace this user message with the thing we are getting from here, user message, right? So we got some other. So objects are not valid saying. So we can't give objects, right? User message is object here. So we have to abstract the value. So user dot message is the value we want to show. Right now it's empty. So hi. So it got high over there. But here what we can do is we can create some logics like ternary operators. We can use some ternary operators and we can add some values over here. Like if it is empty, do not need to show the need to show the value of the thing, right? So what we can do is we can add a ternary operator by saying user message is empty. If it's there, then it's going to be it will work like this. Here we will give a comment and here we'll give tags or comments whatever you can see. If this thing is true, then it's gonna execute the first comment, first statement. Otherwise, it is gonna execute the second comment. So if value is present, we want to show this one, right? So we're gonna add this over here. Otherwise, leave empty tag. So let's see. So it's so working, but not working as we thought, right? So still it is visible the user message content. So we want to hide that thing too. So what we can do is in message block container, I will remove this one. So it is not there. It's empty also. So this user message parent container. So I'm gonna add the ternary operator like if else statement. It's gonna be like if else statement. So what is there here? User input text dot message. If it's there, then show this container. Otherwise, leave this as empty container. Or don't show it. Make it like null value, right? You can. No, it's not appearing. So here what is happening? Now we are updating the state, right? Click button. So need to check for that. So user message is getting updated, but the user effect is not working. Why? Not user input text, sorry. Where user message. Yeah, not like hi. So it's a changing, right? I got up to this. I got up to this. So yeah, we'll clear these things. So this one. So yeah, this is what we have made till now. So right now it is to trigger a backend function. Right now it did up to front end. So there is a thing we need to store like API apply from backend or open API or something like endpoints. You can set reply from backend. So use state of, so we can make it as object API reply message. So it is empty for now. So it is empty for now, right? So what I want to show is right now we are not getting any reply. So I want to make this thing like right now it is no reply. So I'm gonna add it like API reply from backend dot API reply message. So this is empty. Right now we are not getting anything from the backend. So it's empty over there. So till now we have created these things. I send message. It's got over there, and from this it's gonna be invisible too. To we are getting a message from backend, but once we get the backend message, it will pop up like this. So yeah, till now what we have made is use some use states. We can remove this. We will do it tomorrow. So yeah, right now we did these things. What are the things we have done up to now is like use some display Flux CSS, like fluxing boxes and all. And we have created some uh, elements, uh, and we made it visible and invisible with like ternary operators. And we use state for updating state and all, and used use effects for like effects which will be triggering over the period, so that any say state changes will happen, will be pre-rendered once the page will get new data, and we can show. Yeah, that's it for now. Tomorrow we will do the API thing. So yeah, API connections and all. It's gonna be a little back end part, uh, but we'll use Axios for that, and we'll do uh, messages to the endpoints, and they will give us the replies. So yeah, that's it for now. Thank you. Bye. So one thing to say is, this video uh, is not for like persons who don't know JavaScript and some React basics. So I have used some like medium level concepts in this. So this is not for beginners, I can say. So yeah, that's it. Thank you. Bye.